Next, I'd like to ask you about these little figures that you have here on the shelf. This is sort of what I know about your work. I actually have a fish that you carved. And I see the snake charmers and then the other kind of creatures. Let's talk a little bit about this group of pieces.
This actually is a love story. This is frog and a fish were living together, the man and the female, in a pond. And he heard a great drought coming and the pond was going to dry up. And so he told her, it's time, you're going to have to leave. And she said, well, how can I leave? And he said, you're going to have to grow legs. And she said, that's impossible, I can't. No, he says, I was a pollywog and look at me. I know how to do it. I'll teach you how to grow legs. And he did. And they left the pond and got married, and as a result, triplets.
I love it.
This piece is this is the truth of over in Tennessee. There are a religious cult that worships snakes and so forth. And the reason I even was aware of this was that they had an article. It was in the Asheville paper some years ago, and the reverend that had the snakes actually got bitten. And the belief was that you didn't have to worry about that, and he didn't, and he died. Yeah. So anyway, I thought that would be kind of nice to do.
Well, you know, that reminds me of some of these southern practices that are sort of mystical, and
Sure.
I know that you're not from the South by your accent. So can you talk about why you ended up here from where you're from?
We're from New Jersey. And I had my own business in New Jersey, a glass business. And I was a workaholic, and I worked very hard. And actually I got ill, and it was time to leave. It was time to quit work, actually. And I was only 50. And so I asked the wife if she could do it, and she said, I wonder why you waited so long. And so we came down and we bought the old farm out in Pea Ridge section of Mill Spring. And that's where we've been. It's 35 years now.
And then you're able to do your wood carving all the time.
Yeah. And then everything passed, and I became a young man again, and I had some fantastic years. Here I am.
Well, and also
87 and still.
See, that's almost another lifetime you've had here.
Another lifetime, exactly so. Yeah.
And you know, we are the benefit of all this art that you're producing. So I'm glad that I've got to see so many pieces.
Me too. It has benefited me because it made me very happy. And I'm delighted to still be able to walk through the woods and collect wood and do this kind of
And you're still a hard worker, but you're working on your own work.
Yeah, it keeps you fit.
And I see this piece next to you, the Santa Claus stick figure.
Yes.
This piece, I think, has come from a branch that
It has.
is. Can you talk a little
Actually,
bit about that? The whole thing might be from a tree. Is that right?
It is, and it grew this way. And this was from a crepe myrtle.
Wonderful.
And I cut it down, and then cut more branches and made the arms, and made the boots, carved the head separate, and he's on a long dowel through here, and he's all put together that way. And he came from a branch of the crepe myrtle.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's a lot of character in that. Thank you. Okay, cut.